Hello everyone and welcome back. Welcome to the crafty decor adventure. Olivia or Olivia's romantic home. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you guys some DIY thrift store flips. We're going to do some cottage kind of a fun little crafting. These are going to be easy DIYs, just using a little bit of paint, maybe some roses and ribbons. I'm really recently jumping back into that cottage decorating style, which I absolutely love, and I think it's so soft and romantic and perfect for spring. So if you guys are new, I would love to have you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you subscribe and punch the bell and click all, it will update you every single time I post a new video. I post several DIY videos a week on YouTube, as well as several a day over on Facebook. So I would also like to invite you guys over to my Olivia's Romantic Home Facebook page. I also offer a free group page for you all to post photos of your home decor and DIY projects. Thank you for being here. It is a true blessing and honor to have you all tune in. This community has meant the world to me, and I think that it is a blessing to a lot that are on here. So don't forget to leave some kind comments and joy down below in this comment section. But without further ado, let's go ahead and plug in those glue guns, get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafting. For this DIY, I want to share with you guys how you can make a really beautiful, elegant bridal floral on a total budget. We're even going to make it light up. So from the Dollar Tree, you're going to grab a couple of their little fairy lights, and they're usually in the seasonal decor. And I just pop off the little goodies that are on the end, pop some batteries in, and you can put them down into your vase. Now this vase is actually $5 at Walmart, but Dollar Tree does have some smaller vases. And I'm going to take some of this bling wrap. I got my bling wrap from Totally Dazzled, and I'll leave a link in the YouTube description box of this video. But you're just going to take the bling wrap, cut it to size, and then wrap it around your vase. And again, Dollar Tree does have bling wrap, but if you want it in this larger, sparklier strand, in the width actually is what I mean. You want to go ahead and grab it from Totally Dazzled, or you can even get it also at your craft store. And I'm sorry for the barking. I have Benji Bear sitting in my lap while I'm doing this video and talking to you guys. He heard some fireworks, and so he got super anxious. So anyway, I'm just going to take some hot glue and gently hot glue the bling wrap to the side of the vase. And then I'm going to add another layer of bling wrap. Now this is optional, but I just thought it would make it super jazzy and pretty. I'm actually going to be helping a friend of mine get ready for her wedding in June. And so I'm going to be just doing some fun ideas to share with you guys on how you can create some pretty budget-friendly decor. And this is a great way to, especially if you're having an elegant evening wedding, to create some lighted vases, and then you can pop some florals in it or whatever suits your fancy, depending upon what type of your decor you're doing. And I've even seen people also add in that second layer of vase to the center part of this. Okay, so here is how it looks. Oh my gosh, I feel like it just looks so magical and sparkly. You could even tie a pretty bow around that center if you didn't want to see this seam. And then these are just some beautiful little floral bundles that I found on Amazon. You can type in roses, bundles of roses. I was okay with the quality on these. I didn't feel like they were the best, but I also didn't feel like they were the worst. I've been trying to just order some different kinds to try to get the color. She's using a coral in her wedding, and so I'm really trying to just see what kind of pretty flowers are out there for coral. And I also thought it'd be fun to decorate my home with. I'm leaving these in their bundles and just popping them into here, just kind of giving you guys an idea of how easy and fun it is to create one of these little lighted florals, and bam, look at that. And you guys can add in some baby sprouts or whatnot. You could even add foam in there, and really get perfect with your floral arranging. And again, you could drop another vase down inside of this because this is a larger vase, and you could even put fresh flowers in it. So there's really so many fabulous ideas you guys can use with this on a budget. For this DIY, I'm going to share with you guys just how I took this $10 little thrift store vase, and by giving it some TLC, it had a couple of nicks and stuff here and there, and I actually found 2 of them at our local Goodwill. They were $10.77 each, but I did buy these kind of really pretty florals from our Victorian floral store, and they already came bundled just like this, so pretty. And so I'm just going to pop them into these beautiful vases. Now, I did think about painting these, and then on second thought, I wasn't sure. I just didn't know how they would turn out, and I still may paint them after I get done using them as is, but I do think they look kind of elegant and high end with the chinoiserie print. And then I'm also going to pop some of these just little rosebuds into the floral. I think these are kind of like a different style rose, maybe like a cabbage rose, and then I'm going to use these little smaller roses to pop into here just to jazz it up and make it feel a little bit more full. And again, I did get these rosebuds on Amazon. They came in a bag. The stem on them was rather short, but they were a pretty good deal. I think they were $13 for I believe 13 roses, and then it came with some greenery. And my face looks really serious, but I'm trying to make sure that you guys can see what I'm doing. But basically, I just ordered some little feathers on Amazon, and they came in a 12 pack, and then I'm popping them into this floral arrangement. And I'm going to try to remember to link some of this stuff in my Amazon store for you guys. But look at how pretty this looks. I feel like it's like a little Marie Antoinette floral. And again, I realize like I have such a bad face on, but I'm really not bad. I love arranging florals. I just get really serious about it, if that makes sense. So here is how that is looking. And then I also did another one on this side to match. And then I still had a couple of little feathers left over. And a girlfriend of mine came over the other day and was popped into my bedroom, and she said, "Oh my goodness, I love your florals with the feathers." And so that just made me feel really good, because it made me realize how pretty these looked, just having those pretty little feathers in there. So that's a way that you guys can take maybe some of your silk floral arrangements and jazz them up by just adding in some pretty feathers. And I've even also seen people just put a bunch of feathers into a vase. So that's an idea as well. Fun and fabulous on a budget. Now here's a quick idea that you guys can use. I'm taking this little $1 Christmas tree, light up strand of lights, and I'm going to take this curtain that I found at the thrift store. I think it was $2 or $3, and I'm just going to bunch it together and add the lights underneath. So I'm taking just some Dollar Tree jute twine, and I'm going to tie the lights on with the twine just on top of the lights. I'll have a little bit of fabric. Now I've also seen people take fabric strips and tie that onto these lights, but I thought this would be a quick idea for somebody that doesn't have time to cut tons and tons of strips of fabric to make a garland in that style. So you guys could take an even longer strip and just add layers of fabric and kind of ruche it and poochie it out, and then add your little jute twine around it. And the jute twine is going to hold the lace onto the lights, but it's also going to give you something that if you want to slip some little roses into it to kind of decorate it and make it like a pretty, for this one, I kind of want to do like a bridal rustic just lighted garland, I guess. And these would be fun too if you decorate in like a shabby chic or French farmhouse romantic style. To maybe put like above your mantle or on top of a little cabinet with some pretty dishes. I feel like this is really cottagey, and cottage is so in right now. So this little strand really was not that long, but it was perfect for this project. And just to give you an idea, so here is how it looks all lit up, and I think it's so magical. You guys, I don't know, there's just something about the soft glow of lights that I absolutely love. And I just thought of this while I was looking at this. It would be pretty to do something like this, like above a headboard. Just something pretty and soft, and a way to also kind of cover those lights. Now you don't want the fabric to drape down next to the electrical cord, so that would be a little note on that. But now I'm just going to pop some pretty roses into this. And again, these are just those roses I found on Amazon, and they come, kind of on a short stem, so it actually worked perfectly, and they're kind of a corally pink color. And then I'm adding in just some pretty off-white ones as well, and you can really layer this, get creative with it. But I just thought this would give you guys a different idea to doing like a rag garland, and way quicker, but it still kind of has that fairy-like effect. And I don't want to cut this curtain up for this project, but you could take and cut like a smaller strip of curtain, or you could also use some tulle. That would be tulle or chiffon. You can find at your local fabric store, or even find some at the craft store. And I just laid it on top of this pretty vintage mirror that I'm going to share how I painted this vintage mirror with you guys later on in this video. But I think it looks so pretty, and again, very budget friendly and fun and fabulous, and oh so romantic. For this Dollar Tree DIY, I wanted to take some of these cute little galvanized Dollar Tree buckets, and using some chalk paint, I'm going to gently chalk paint them. And this DIY is just more for me to play some pretty music for you guys, but also to just share with you guys a fun and quick little way to jazz up and change the colors of these galvanized tins. And they're going to pop some flowers into them, but relax, and I'm going to play some pretty piano music for you guys. And here's how these pretty planters turned out. I just popped in some pretty little spring roses. I think giving them that fresh coat of white chalk paint just really gives them a little bit more of a shabby chic feel, or, kind of that French farmhouse feel. And you guys could do something different on the top, take the jute twine off and put something like lacy or whatnot. But this was just an idea for you guys, and again, another fabulous idea on a budget. For this DIY, I want to take these pretty little hearts and I'm going to chalk paint them. And I did find these at the thrift store and they were $2 each, but then they were half off. And I was so excited because I think these are going to be so pretty to use now for the little bridal thing that I'm getting ready for a friend of mine. And then also I plan on using them on my Christmas tree. I'm going to do a really pretty just romantic Christmas this year. I've done a lot of the red and white candy stripe and I think it's beautiful, but I think I'm going to go a little bit more glam and maybe a little bit more kind of French country, almost Bridgerton style or something. So anyway, I'm going to just take and chalk paint these white. Now I will tell you that the chalk paint took forever on these to dry, so I did end up adding a little bit of spray paint. But for these, again, I'm going to let you guys listen to some pretty music while I paint. Now here's how these pretty hearts turned out, and they're actually still not all the way dry, so I want to wait and finish them up and share them with you guys in another video. But just painting them white just gave them a really pretty kind of a fresh, clean touch. And then I'm either going to add jewels or a pretty bow to the top and maybe even give them a bit of distressing. Now for this next DIY, I'm going to take one of these thrift store mirrors and I'm going to pop the little back out, and you guys can find these little thrift store mirrors pretty much everywhere. I also look in the picture frame section to find these, and it's funny because I found one with like an old newspaper and I was trying to figure out how old it was. I don't think it was like truly that old. But now I'm just going to take some white chalk paint and I'm starting with the back of this to chalk paint this white. And I will tell you just a little hint, when you have something that has like little prongs on it, take and dab your brush off on a piece of paper towel and then apply your chalk paint. It's just going to make it like not so goopy. So anyway, I did start with the back on this and then went to the front, and I did do 2 coats of chalk paint for this sweet little vintage frame. And here is how my pretty frame turned out. I think it turned out absolutely gorgeous and has just a little bit more of an elegant, shabby chic feel. I popped this little garland on top of it, and I shared this garland with you guys earlier. And boom, we have this beautiful little kind of shabby chic vintage frame, totally budget friendly. And there's those little $10 vases that I found at the Goodwill recently. I thought they looked so pretty with some pretty spring flowers in them. So as always, I ask that you guys comment and let me know what was your favorite DIY in this video and which one will you be recreating. I can't wait to hear what you guys are up to. And I am restarting my giveaways. We're going to do a $100 Hobby Lobby gift card giveaway. So don't forget to comment down below. Now, the secret question for this video is, how are you guys going to be celebrating Easter? I want you guys to blow up the comment section with happy Easter goodness and all of that kind of fun stuff. For us, we're going to be going to church all morning long. We're going to be helping because our church will have more attendees. So we're going to be going early to help out, and then maybe even have a little dinner with my son the night before, and all of that good stuff. And then probably maybe a little family get together at my house later on Sunday. So anyway, say hi to Benji Bear. He's got his cute little bone. We love y'all, and we're so thankful and blessed to have you guys here. So thank you all so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafty decor adventure. It is a true blessing and honor to have you all here. If you all are new, welcome. I'm Olivia of Olivias Romantic Home, and I love to share with you guys how you can make your homes boutique gorgeous on a budget. I truly believe that crafting and decorating is so good for your heart and soul, and I just want to encourage you all to give yourself some grace no matter where you're at with your crafting, your decorating, or even your life journey in general. I feel like every day that God gives us another day when we open our eyes, it is a day to put our best foot forward. And I always love to start that by grabbing a cup of coffee and reading a prayer card. You're going to see that on my Instagram story, and I've also been trying to share that on my Facebook story, but I just have a little Dollar Tree prayer card that I share with you guys every morning along with my fresh cup of coffee. I am a coffee girl. It is one of my vices that I just can't give up, that I love. Maybe one day I'll switch to decaf, but not right now, not while I'm getting up at 5 a.m. So anyway, thank you guys for being here. I love y'all so much. I know that this community is a true blessing, and I am so honored for each and every one of you that comes on here and that shares your beautiful comments. And I just want to thank you for all of the lovely, beautiful, kind comments that you share with me. And I know a lot of you all encourage each other on the Facebook page, so thank you for that. I am just so surprised that we have such a big Facebook group page, and there's so many kind comments on there. So really remember that when you're on a social media page, and whether it be your personal Facebook, whether it be a page that you love, or maybe a friend's page, you can use your voice for good. Don't ever leave negative comments on people's videos or their posts. It's just not worth it. And the other thing is you just don't know what kind of day that person might be having. You don't know what personally might be going on in somebody's life. Maybe they're smiling and trying to be joyful, but maybe their heart is absolutely shattered and broken. So you do not ever want to leave something unkind with words that could hurt someone without even intentionally knowing it. So I encourage you guys to leave some kind comments down below. If you need prayer, let's put some prayer requests out there. Even if somebody just sees it and whispers a little prayer for you, I know that helps me so much. And so I just want to, that was just such a side note, and I know it's really not related to crafts, but I feel like that there are so many women that have commented to me and come to me and sent me personal messages and just said how much that the crafting helps. And so I think it's just keeping yourself moving and busy, and just the kindness and joy that homemaking brings. And so also, being a homemaker is being kind with our words. And God even talks about that in the Bible, is using our words for good and to uplift one another and to be kind and all of that fun stuff. So I hope that this gentle reminder helped you. I know it's going to help me because I always have to work every day to guard my heart and guard my words. I can sometimes say things without thinking and all of that stuff. So Also, if you do that, just say you're sorry and pray that that person forgives you. So anyway, I love y'all to the moon and back. I can't wait for our next video. I hope you're inspired to create something beautiful and romantic for your home. Love on your home. Take good care of yourself. Tidy up your hair. Put on a little lip gloss. Tidy up your sofa. Do some decluttering for spring. And keep putting one foot in front of the other. I thank you guys again. I can't wait for our next video. And until then, remember, be kind to yourselves and be kind to one another. We'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye-bye.